It's good to see that Woodward, Oklahoma invited George Bush to their 4th of July celebration. Some days I feel sorry for this poor lonely man. His dream of being rich and famous took him to be the leader of our great nation. My satisfaction as an Oklahoma farmer and rancher is the rains that come in July or August to carry a cow herd till fall. I wonder what Bush will say to his 40-minute speech. I'm sure it will be sprinkled with patriotism, independence, and how we were only attacked once during his presidency. Maybe he'll talk about how going to war in Iraq helped move oil from less than $25 to $147 a barrel. If oil could go to 6 times its price, maybe cattle could go to $6 a pound, or a cow could have 6 calves in it 1 year. That $4 a gallon fuel put many people behind on their stretched mortgages and kind of turned our economy into a tailspin. That money ended up in the pockets of his campaign contributors, so it should be a fair trade. I doubt if he will talk about 4,300 American soldiers killed in Iraq, or the 30,000 maimed for life, or the haunting memories of thousands of others who watched it all happen. The Iraqi people suffered the greatest loss of property and life, but I doubt if there is time to mention them in a 40-minute speech. He could touch on torture a few minutes. Bush said America did not torture, which is partly true because most Americans would not torture a fellow human being. Bush and Cheney had to torture to back up faulty intelligence and extract information to suit their story of why we invaded Iraq. So that must mean it's okay. I often wondered why a man would commit suicide to kill my son in Iraq. I guess if we treated his son, brother, or cousin in a subhuman way with our torture techniques, it would compel him to take revenge at the first American he could find. The war is depressing to all but Halliburton, KBR, Blackwater, and others who profit. So my guess is Bush will stick to our independence, or maybe mention SEC watching Madoff, or how he firmed up the banks with our tax dollars. The story about big banks failing would cause a major economic collapse reminds me of another story he told about weapons of mass destruction that were never found. On second thought, I've heard his stories before, and am short one family member because of him, so I'll pass on George's speech this 4th of July. My name's John Skripsik.